So another thing that I actually want to drill home is because a lot of people get, scared or worried, or they have a lot of fear, even if they're not saying it out loud, to other people, about getting in front of a camera like this, putting yourself on screen and speaking out to the world, and then posting those videos on a public site like YouTube, for example. Now, obviously, I think that this is personally the best way to go because it comes off a little bit more personable to the audience when you're getting in front of the camera, right? A lot like this. That said, you don't actually, believe it or not, need to do this. You do not have to get in front of the computer and actually show the camera. You don't have to get in front of the camera and show your face to actually make good money with affiliate marketing and content, okay? What you can do, there's many other ways to do it, is to actually do a screen recording video where you don't actually even need to show your face, or simply just do a voiceover, okay? And if you're creating good videos that are engaging and have good information, it's not gonna matter. It's gonna matter, but it's not gonna matter a whole lot if you're not in front of the camera, right? In fact, if you're not comfortable yet, what I'd recommend is either to get in front of the camera and get comfortable and just literally press the record button and start going about your day-to-day life and speaking to the camera like it was a friend or a person, right? And then you can just literally toss that video. It doesn't matter. The whole point of it is getting comfortable in front of the camera. But the other thing that I'd recommend is just forget about the camera or forget about your phone, right? Don't even use it to record. Just focus on recording voiceovers or creating screen recordings on the computer. Now, regardless of which way you decide, eventually you're gonna get more and more comfortable with the idea of getting in front of a camera, which is ultimately the main goal long term. But you don't need to do that in the beginning. To be perfectly honest with you, I think for the first year to maybe year and a half, might not have been that long. Let's say year because I think that'll be a pretty safe assumption. For the first year of me creating content, selling online courses, and creating a YouTube channel, I built my entire YouTube channel from like 0 to like 10,000 subscribers without ever getting in front of the camera, right? I never showed my face. I didn't show my face on a screen recording. I literally just recorded my screen. And I didn't show my face on camera either, right? So I built my YouTube channel to 10,000 subscribers doing that and made considerable money. And honestly, I built my entire instructor profiles across the multitude of sites that I'm on, realistically probably to like 100,000 students or so, maybe a little bit less, but the whole point is I built that pretty significantly and turned it into a full-time income, okay? And I never got in front of the camera or recorded my face. So the reason I'm telling you that, obviously I'm doing that now because I think it converts a lot better, it builds a lot of trust, I'm leveling with you, I'm speaking directly to you, and I think that comes off a little bit better to the viewer, so it's something I'd recommend that you do. But you don't need to if you don't want to when you're starting out. And that's proof that I didn't either. You can go back, the ego in me tells you not to because it's embarrassing. But if you go back to like some of my original courses and some of the original lectures on my courses and some of the original YouTube videos, if you go to my YouTube channel and you go like all the way back to like the first videos, they're horrible, which is a good thing because it means that I've improved, right? So always keep that in mind. It's okay to be bad, right? And I actually want to pull up really fast a quote on Twitter that I just posted recently. I'll end this video with that because I think it'll hit it home a little bit better. But so what I'm basically trying to say is you don't need to get in front of the camera, okay? There's so many other ways to do it. Now, I wrote down a couple touching points really fast because I want to make sure that I hit these home. There's two other options that you can utilize that are very, very good at screen recording if you're not getting in front of the camera, and that's what I'd recommend for you is either OBS and Loom, okay? Now, I've done an entire overview of how you can record yourself via the phone or via Loom, so I'll make sure to link that video. I believe I've linked it one other time in this course, but I want to make sure that you guys get to it if you need to. It's not the highest production quality video because I recorded it to answer a question for a student, so I'm literally just recording it from my phone to show everything, literally so you can see like you're literally in my office with me and you see the behind the scenes. So it doesn't actually fit the production quality requirements to be uploaded here, but I'll link to it. If you download the actual Word document, it's gonna have the link to that video on this lecture, and then you can go check it out and get all that insight for yourself, okay? That's the first thing. So either OBS or Loom, they're both very, very easy to use, both very, very easy to set up. And realistically, like I said, you can just record your screen and start that way. It'll make you more and more comfortable. And then once you start to see, honestly, it's like proof by like seeing the numbers. Once you start to see that you're making money, it will inspire you to get a little bit better and put more energy and effort into it. And eventually you might end up in front of the camera, even if it's like a year or two from now. That's all right, okay? So to end this video with a little bit of inspiration, the thing that I tweeted that I didn't actually make this quote up. It's actually, I forget who actually said it, but it's something that I've literally tweeted and posted like I don't know, 10 times throughout the entirety of my content creation journey, because it always inspires me, and I think it's a good reminder for new creators that it's all right to be bad and you should actually expect that you're not gonna be that good, okay? So the tweet is, if you're not completely embarrassed by your first video, course, or product, you probably didn't start early enough. And I think that that really communicates, that it's okay to not be perfect in the beginning. You'll get better as you go. Just like I referenced before, like my first videos were terrible, right? And chances are I'll look back at this video a year or two from now and think that this video is terrible. But that's a good thing because it means that I'm improving. So always remember that. Don't be afraid to start. It doesn't have to be perfect.